do stuff like this. So, absolutely. See, that looks good.
Sarah, what was the name of the magazine that the guy did in North Georgia? Capturing older people's stories. We talked about it. He wrote a book. We've got the book. We met the man. He was a butthole. We wanted to do one like it for Flatlanders, you know.
Yeah. Wait, so what do you mean by Flatlanders?
Well, not mountainous.
Oh, not mountainous, right? So low country.
Because we came here from Cleveland, Georgia.
Gotcha.
Which is Herren and the Coochie Valley and all that.
Gotcha.
Series of books.
It was just one.
Foxfire?
Foxfire.
It's a
Foxfire.
series, I think. More than one.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah. The Foxfire books are like really popular.
He did some neat stories.
Yeah, nice.
And we met him and we talked to him about we wanted to do the same thing in this part of the country.
Right,
And he
right.
just was of no help whatsoever.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start off by you telling us your name and who you are.
Who I are.
You are. Yes.
My name is officially Marsha Fort Herren. And as Sarah said, I'm glad to say that I have an ancestor who was here in Milledgeville who was fortunately wrote a book that I have consumed and loved about his medical decisions and his practice in Milledgeville, Georgia, before the Civil War, which has been my interest for many, many years. I have studied epidemics and pandemics and medicine, old medicine. What did people do? How did they make it through their lives? They were strong people, and they grew everything. And that's what we wanted to do, was to grow everything and know what benefit everything had for us.
That's beautiful, Marsha. Could you tell me about the beginnings of your farm, Olive Forge? Can you tell us a little bit about that? And the inspiration.
Back in 1971, we had the fantastic opportunity to live on 250 acres with Selma Irwin, who had been a school teacher at Peabody Laboratory School, which was a part of Georgia College, where student teachers went and learned from these wonderful teachers. Selma Irwin was a naturalist before that was a term. She would take us in the woods and tell us to, listen and look, and we became second graders in the woods with her. And we had our 3 little boys with us, and they grew up like that too. And she introduced us to a plant that she was growing, and she said, if you grow this plant, you'll have a medicine, a food, a fragrance, and it will repel insects when you rub it on your skin. It was rosemary. And we were overwhelmed with that. We took cuttings. That plant grows beautifully at Olive Forge today and made many, many babies through the years. It's Rosmarinus officinalis. Well, from there, we were just hooked, especially me. I was hooked on herbs and started growing whatever we could find to grow while we lived on her land for 10 years. She had given us a 100-year lease for $5.
Wow!
And the only stipulation was that we wouldn't cut any more trees than we had to garden and to get our house in, and we would never plant wisteria.
For what reason?
It takes over the woods.
Because it just takes over the woods.
And hers was a hardwood and pine forest. And we had running trails all through it too. But I would come home and I would read and make concoctions of things, and the internet was not available at that point in time, so I had to buy the books or go to the library and research the books and all the books, and just took extensive notes on every possible healing herb. That was my interest rather than cooking herbs. Martha Stewart brought us into cooking herbs, as she did America, because the American diet didn't contain. My mother never had anything but garlic.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Yeah, that was it. And you hear other people say, "Well, my mother didn't even have garlic," But nobody cooked with herbs until Martha Stewart started her shows and her books and her magazines.